Oh, I'm on the podcast for the creatives with Brooke. What are you doing?
Welcome to the For the Creatives podcast. Hello, welcome back to For the Creatives. My name is Brooke Christina. Today, we're switching up just a little bit, okay? Instead of sitting down with one guest, we have 4 creatives from different industries for one conversation. Well, today, I'm joined by Carmise, Hitachi, Shims, and Lane. Hello, welcome.
What's the deal?
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'm happy.
pleasure.
So I want to start off a little bit, something simple, right? I want you guys to introduce yourselves and then tell me something that people misunderstand about the industry that you're in.
Hitachi, I am a stylist, producer, and creative director. Mm-hmm. I also do or wear many hats in between as needed. And I think something that people misunderstand about the industry that I'm in, fashion, is that it's like hard to get into. I think it really depends on your mindset and mentality, as well as like what your overall goal is. Because if your goal is kind of clear, or at least you have a path or trajectory towards that goal, I think it's kind of a much easier than you think to kind of get connected with the people in the places and the spaces that would yield those results that you're actually looking for.
Absolutely.
And if not, get you very close. Versus like just trying to be in the space for vibes and stuff like that.
You have to really want it.
You know,
like if you
it's
don't
tough.
want it,
It'll bump
it's
you
tough.
back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I went to FIT, I know.
Yeah.
It was not for the weak.
For sure.
Okay, my name is Carmise. I'm a model / art director. And one misconception you said? That things are gonna happen for you right away. It's not gonna happen for you right away. It takes consistency. It's not gonna happen overnight. Even though it happens for some people, depending on, luck and is involved, but it's just not gonna happen overnight. I think it takes a certain level of consistency, a certain level of drive, and some people think they can just hop into it and be like, "Oh, I'm here," but you really have to work. It's not it's not an easy path to get into, especially us being Black. So I think just consistency.
I'm Lane. I'm a designer. One thing that's a misconception is that designing is really a service business at the end of the day. When you're designing, making things, it's really about like your customer and what they're gonna get out of the item that you're designing and what value it's gonna bring. So, I think a lot of it is going towards a lot of celebrity, but at the core of it, it's really about how you serve your customer.
Yeah, absolutely. Shims?
I'm Shims, full-time event producer. Biggest misconception, kind of some of the, honestly, some of the lane, like, when it comes to production of events, all types of events, you name it, biggest misconception is the bigger the budget, the best you can have curate the best event, produce the best event. You have so many different layers, so many different, vendors involved, different sponsors involved, automatically yields to like, this is going to be a great event, which in reality, that's not the case. It's, these events, it's like at the core, it's the people who attend the events who make the event. And I think that's the biggest misconception when it comes to producing an event, whatever type of event it looks like, what type of event it may be. I think it's easy to forget that without the people, there is no event. So I think my time within this industry is very easy to get that misconstrued.
Absolutely. Oh my God, I loved your guys' answers. So informative. Okay, so Lane, I want to start with you. Coming from fashion, what's something that nobody tells you before you enter the industry? And you can also talk a little bit about, your recent news as well.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
I just started a new job this week, actually, on Monday. I started a design job at Kith.
Yeah.
Talking about, I didn't even know about that. That's crazy.
Or you late to the party.
I'm real late.
We haven't caught up in a while.
It's been a bit. Dang. Okay. Congrats, bro.
It's amazing.
That's a Kith man. That's a Kith man.
Kipping them.
Very fitting.
You got the aesthetic too for it. Like it just
Appreciate that.
fits.
I have a funny story about that actually, but I'm not.
The one you
talk
told me,
about
right?
that on camera. Yeah. Something that people don't tell you about the industry before you start. Well, I don't want to say anything that's like too ridiculing of the industry.
Fuck it.
But overall, facts.
I'm still in it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Overall, I didn't realize how wasteful, before I started working, I didn't realize how wasteful the industry was. In terms of like materials, overproduction.
The fast fashion.
Even some of the higher end stuff, like the amount they push for product to be on a certain schedule, amount of product that really we don't necessarily need.
Right.
The last thing I would say is like the lack of accountability from some of the big players or some of the players in general out there.
Yeah.
That kind of push off accountability either to vendors or other smaller players within or players on the behind the scenes in the industry.
Yeah.
That was probably something I did not realize and was one of the most disappointing things that I found, even from like a product knowledge point of view.
Yeah, I think that's a big one in a lot of industries too. That lack of accountability.
Yeah.
But hearing that is like it's not surprising to hear because I think that's fashion.
Gotcha.
Fashion is weird, but it's also such a beautiful thing at the same time.
For sure. Yeah.
Carmise.
Yo.
Oh God. So you do creative direction, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Modeling.
Yes, ma'am.
I think promulgating those roles, having the ability to translate and communicate effectively, especially on set. What's the hardest part that people never see?
I think it's more so just doing the research and your due diligence in doing the research of the projects that you want to create. I think it's very detail oriented to the point to where you have to get every minute detail.
Yeah.
And especially if you wanted to fulfill your cup and when you put it out there, you know? I think that's something that I say an a lot. My bad
It's okay.
to the people at home. But
Obama said I'm allowed to.
yeah, so I just feel like that's basically it. It's just more so that.
And then Shims, I'm curious where you stand on this because obviously you're about creating experiences. That picnic barbecue-ish event, I don't think there was any complaints. But what's something creatives complain about a little bit too much when they go to your events or any events in general?
It's tough. Like, I feel like the biggest thing has to do with money. In a city like New York where we all getting priced out of housing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little tricky when it comes to like, people want the experience, but they also don't see what it takes to bring that experience to life.
Right.
Especially with events like the Blanket Series where, it's a free event, free for all, come as you are. And to produce things like that, kind of like, I bootstrap that particular type of event. And I think the complaints that I do see with events that folks do have to pay for really just like stem from things that it's very, very relevant to see that it kind of just has to do with their personal experience, with what they're actually taking in for the event. Like, it's like, as the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but like you can't force it to drink.
Right.
It's like you can do so much to create this, like, and reproduce an event that feels so interactive, so engaging, so productive. But like at the end of the day, it is still for you to, engage yourself. And a lot of the takeaways from like events that people do have to pay for, it's like, dang, like maybe I should not pay for this, So I think ultimately, like, it's an organizer, producer, event curator can only do so much. But like, again, like, at the core of it, the event is the people.
Yeah.
So if the people are not taking it, if they're not also playing their role into making this event what it could be, like that also doesn't always fall on the on the organizers themselves, which is
Yeah.
easy for it to like, we kind of get the full blame of it. You know, I didn't have a good time and it's their fault, but it's just like, why didn't you have a good time?
Right.
And, you know, sometimes they won't even answer that question. You know?
Yeah.
So
People have expectations and they want you to just do all the work,
Right.
right? It's like if you're gonna go to like your event, right? It's for you to mix and mingle with everybody and make, you know, the experience what it is to have fun.
Yeah.
But if you want to stay to yourself, then you're not gonna really have much fun, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, Chitachi, what's one lesson this industry that you're in has taught you the hard way?
I would definitely say the lesson that I learned was not to be so open and trusting. And like in some areas, when it comes to your work and when it comes to the people that you work with, I feel as though you have to be a little bit more just precise and a little bit more, like you have to really vet people out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just because you're working with somebody or just because you're around a group of people or you're at this event, you know, and everybody is kind of operating under this same umbrella of like, oh, you know, we're lucky to be here, or like this is an event that's kind of exclusive. So I think when you come into those events and those spaces and people start to kind of like try to play like a, what is it called, like a puppet game.
Puppet, like a performative type
Yeah,
of
and
yeah.
it's and you know, strings are being pulled in different ways.
Yeah.
And all just because people want to be a part of something. You know, I think the lesson that I learned is that not everybody is here for the right reasons, and not everybody is here to create authentically. You know, I think to some extent there's a lot of like I just want the title.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know? I just want whatever benefits come with this title, or whatever benefits come with an association to this or to that.
Yeah.
You know, and it can get very like people try. It's a game of advantage. Like, what advantage will I get by associating myself with this person, this thing, this space, this idea, this concept, this lifestyle?
Yeah.
Instead of aligning with what actually draws to you and what actually makes sense for you and your lifestyle and what you actually want. It goes back to what goals do you have when entering the industry in the first place, because that's going to dictate how you move throughout it. And I just feel like, you know, people have told me this before I moved here, you will get lost in the sauce if you don't know
If you are, yeah.
what it is that you're here to do.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing, is always staying true to yourself, especially when you come to a big city that's oversaturated with a bunch of creatives, because you can lose sight of why you came here, right? So that was so beautiful that you said that too. Do you guys feel like the same way about what he said?
I just want to make a disclaimer before we continue. When I was talking about wastefulness and lack of accountability, I was not talking about Kith. Just so you know.
Just so you know,
It's not about
he loves
that.
that place.
So,
He
yeah.
loves it.
Great
he loves
people,
It.
very smart people. It's a fantastic place to work.
I think they
appreciate
know
it very
that.
much.
For sure.
Okay, do y'all feel similar to what Chitachi said?
Not the disclaimer.
Yeah, I know. That disclaimer is crazy.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Coming to a state like New York, it's easy to get caught up with so many different things that you might be interested in doing. And especially like, you know, not everyone comes out here and has the luxury and blessing of like having a foundation of friends who can also steer them in a direction where, okay,
Yeah.
this is what I actually want to do. So
Right.
it is very easy to just get caught up in a lane where you quite literally think you're doing something and come to find out you've just been wasting time in there, you know, just because it's exciting, but it's not fulfilling. It's not also benefiting you in any particular way. So for sure.
I think if you don't know what you want to do and you don't have a passion out here, it will swallow you whole. You know, because this is definitely a very gritty city, It's a very cutthroat city.
Hustlers.
Hustler mentality. So if you're not a hustler and you don't know how to hustle, I don't think you should be out here. I've experienced it myself, you know. So I think, and that's me coming from LA. I think you definitely have to be a hustler out here in any way possible, and whether you gotta talk to this person or this person, you definitely have to network.
Yeah.
For sure.
You gotta be hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are not from New York, right? All you guys.
Nah.
Damn.
No.
Listen, this is what I always say to people that, you know, do come to New York. It's something you have to. You're always gonna be surrounded by someone that's always trying to get it.
Yeah,
Period.
nah, for sure.
People that will motivate you and push you to get it. This is not no slow pace. Like, I kid you not, I've been working since I was like 15, but I've been like, I knew I wanted to be in the arts since I was like 7, right? And so, but I've always been surrounded by individuals that were like, hey, do this. You're never going to go a day without meeting someone that will bring you closer to your dream. I think that's a beautiful thing about New York. So we talked a little bit about your individual experiences, but I want to zoom out a little bit. There's a lot of conversations, especially about what it takes to build a successful creative career, right? So I'm gonna throw out a few statements, and I want to know where each one of you guys stand with these ones, okay?
Just like true and false. True and false.
No.
Oh.
Open-ended,
Gotcha.
but like, just give me your take on it, okay?
True.
Please do not say. I was like, what the fuck?
Next question.
Okay. I thought it was like a speed
True or
round.
false?
Imagine
Damn.
if it was a speed round. That'd be fire. Look.
Oh my goodness. All right, first one. Is networking more important than talent?
Ooh.
Yeah, cause I done seen somebody that was talentless and they got the job, and they was a film photographer. They just started doing film, and then they just did one photo shoot with like one photo shoot with somebody that was popping.
Yeah, now you bring in.
And then they blow up. I'm like, damn, she ain't even a photographer.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I had to think about it for a little bit, but that's a great example, as well as there's a lot of other examples of that. And I think what it really highlights is, instead of saying like networking, I think it's really like having like really good social skills and having the ability to put yourself out there and put yourself in front of these people and in front of these spaces, because
And genuine connections.
but also it's like you take two people, one has like genuine talent and the other one has the ability to like navigate and, you know, like work a room really well. They meet the right people, but the person that has all that talent it has like imposter syndrome or something like that, or they're too much in their head and they can't like make that connection. So their talent oftentimes goes unnoticed indefinitely. Whereas the person that actually even made that connection, they might not be talented, but they might have the hunger, the curiosity, the openness to learn and experience to get to a place where they're actually producing good work.
Absolutely. I was going to do a better one. I was like, instead of networking, the audacity.
Right.
Yeah.
The audacity to open your mouth and go after things
He
that
did
you
that.
want. Oh, okay.
I want to make a testimony real quick.
Oh, I love that.
Carmise saw the founder and creative director of
Kid Super.
Kid Super at the event that we went to
What's
yesterday.
his name? I worked with him.
Coleman.
Coleman.
Yeah. And as soon as he saw him, he walked up to us and introduced himself. And it's like the person that has the most, and he's also talented.
Is it Coleman?
Thank you.
But
I appreciate you.
the person that has the most talent in the room may very well not be the person that's going to walk up to him. The person that they need to walk up to, because that's what they say luck is.
Yeah.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And that's a manifestation of what just happened.
I love that.
Big on you,
That's a
bro.
good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta stalk the CEO.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just gotta find them.
Sometimes you gotta cold email people.
Oh,
you feel
yeah.
me? Like,
20, 50 times a day at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody's bound to respond to you.
We need to talk about these job interviews, how they be putting us through these 10 job interviews
The 3,
just
yeah.
not to get hired.
Hey, listen, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
You're right.
And I agree with what they said. To your point, the way you initially phrased it, I think like networking can be more important than talent, but I think it's short-lived at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Because if you can't back it up, then eventually I think things fall through.
Definitely gonna
Yeah,
catch up
I think
to
I think it's sometimes simpler to get in the room is just staying in the room, which is sometimes the issue. Because then it's like, oh, like let's say I don't know, I go to a VP of a company, it's like I want to work for you, right? But then it's my first day and it's like, but what are you doing? Like, and then that's how you kind of just, you don't back yourself up.
Right.
Yeah, no, 100%. Personal experience on my end too, like it definitely varies on the industry
Yeah.
for sure, where like talent can definitely overlook, you know, how many folks you know within that company. With personal experience for me, a cousin of mine put me on to an opportunity, connected me with this lady for a big conference that she wanted to produce. Super grateful for the connection, but it was just like, I knew I wasn't ready for that. It was such a big ask, such a big budget, such a, you know, big requirement that I needed to meet. Had a conversation with her on the phone. We spoke through the logistics. And once we got down to like, this is what we're looking for, I said, oh yeah, I can't pull this off right now. Like I'm not there yet in my personal career in like the events world to have taken the opportunity. But the fact that I was able to even just have the opportunity just off of oh, this is family, let me, you know, plug you in real quick, had a quick conversation and like, you know, that does show for like, you know, the networking definitely can take you there. But as Lane was saying, like the talent, it will play a role and it will come to fruition to where you gotta actually be able to meet those needs that are being asked for you. And if you can't, like that's honestly probably the worst case scenario you could be in.
Because all they gonna do is just move on to somebody else that can do it.
It might not even be that, but that's also gonna put a dent in your actual career to say like
to overpromise.
Overpromise what you can't. Yeah. I mean, I like that, but what about challenging yourself in a way too? I think that's like a double-edged sword. It's like you don't want to overpromise, but you know that you take the risk.
For sure. I think you can take calculated risks. Like, and I think for me, within knowing, it was very dependent on the ask. I knew the ask was
way too demanding.
It was way too much for me to compartmentalize on like for one, the capacity that the bandwidth I already had, and then two, long story short, like she pretty much said like this is going to be a fundraiser banquet. This is the minimum we have to meet. I said wait. I've done fundraisers in the past. But it's never been at this high as a threshold. And I'm like, taking this opportunity would also be a bad look on my cousin. You know? So like that's something I also had to play into
discernment,
a role, you know?
In a way,
So
I also want to add, I think the underlying thing, regardless of which side you kind of like fall under, is like hard work.
Oh yeah.
Whether you are the most talented or you're the one that has the talent, but you work hard, you're still gonna get noticed. It might not be in the way that you would ideally want, right? But you're still gonna get noticed, and that's going to, as you said, that's kind of what also builds the connections, because people that know you can speak to your work, and they can also vouch for you, like, hey, I have this guy, that great producer, you know, and then now you might not be in that specific room where you're producing or you're touching this project that's like a dream project of yours, but you're in the walls. You're in proximity to that thing. Yeah. And because you worked hard, because you've gotten and you built yourself up to a point where like your work ethic also speaks for you, on top of the talent. I think being social or mastering social skills, I think that's something you can learn. If you want to.
It's a blend of everything.
100%. It is a blend.
For
sure. And it also is circumstantial.
Hard work, knowing how to network. And just obviously being consistent in everything. It's the discipline, the audacity, everything.
And just be authentic.
All that, being yourself. I think I think that's so hard in a world where people put so much pressure on you, you know, because when you are yourself, it's still an issue, right? So, next debate. Has social media made creativity better or worse?
It's like,
It's like
It's a yes and no.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged
Yeah.
sword because then we
in
have like
some ways, yes.
like AI, like when it comes to like AI, like art and things of that nature, I feel like it's basically like hindering
Yeah.
the art. And then you have like the positive where like your art can like basically hit like a crazy amount of people in over like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So like it's a double-edged sword to me.
I think artists are very sensitive. And I think it's when you're sensitive and you have an algorithm, like you said, you could have 20, how many people
Yeah.
see yourself in like a few minutes, and then sometimes you'll be so passionate about the work that you just put out, right? And then nobody sees it and nobody's commenting on it. And it's like, but it's not that nobody doesn't like it, it's just that, you know, the algorithm is sometimes against us.
Yeah.
Right? So I think sometimes it's like we start questioning our craft. Like, who are we really creating for?
Yeah.
It's like we start to lose the plot. Like, we're starting to create for validation and likes instead of for who we really want to cater to. You
In
know?
real life.
In real life, in real time.
That part.
Don't be perfect, but be perfect, which I think is so exhausting at the same time. It's like, I just want to create.
I think overall it's made it better. Like of the amount of access that people have either to each other or to information that you wouldn't have had before
Yeah.
is I think overall like a net positive. It would be great if like the people in charge were using it in a better capacity and not necessarily with a funnel that, you know, leads everything to like the top 10th percentile, stuff like that. But I think overall it's a net positive.
It's crazy. I've been at my 0 views for TikTok. I think they shadow banned me. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm
Shit.
actually not a TikTok fan. I don't have TikTok. Well, I have it, but I don't go on TikTok.
Why? Knowing you kind of should be using every platform for your
Yeah,
business.
I should be. Yeah. I just don't think it's.
They shadow ban you too?
They
That
shut
boy
me
mad
down.
at the shadow man.
I think it's not grounding enough. So whatever the opposite of grounding is, because it's just like a stream of video and consciousness,
Very
Yeah.
fleeting.
fleeting and quick. I think the thing that I like it to Instagram versus TikTok is you have more of an identity and a profile that sits there. That is just a little bit more. It does bring people together a little bit more
Yeah.
than TikTok would
Yeah.
or can. So I just think it takes us too much out of reality. That makes sense.
There's
I'm
more tension.
I'm gonna disagree on that statement with
There
TikTok.
we go. We
I
got the
like
debate.
The reason why I disagree.
Got what you want.
The reason why I disagree is because I feel like with TikTok, people can be their authentic self on TikTok. I think Instagram is a facade in certain aspects. Like we can put everything in glitz and glamour. But on TikTok, it's more authentic. Like you have people talking about any and everything, you know, that they love, things that they love. And I feel like with Instagram, it's just more so just like, I think it's just money motivated in certain aspects. I'm not saying both companies are money motivated because they be hitting me to promote, like in terms of like TikTok, to pay for it. But at the same time, like it allows you to be more authentically yourself. You can be a comedian, you can be a fashion stylist on there, you could be anything you want to be on TikTok. On Instagram, it's more so just you gotta have a certain level of persona, or like you gotta be niche, or like you gotta be this perfect person. And I don't believe you have to be that.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to be authentically you. Not even the likes, not even looking at the likes and things of that nature. And I feel like it doesn't even push things that we actually like anymore. Or we can't even see our own friends anymore.
Absolutely.
Like I don't even see none of my creative friends or like being able to share their work, things of that nature. On TikTok, I'm able to see everybody. Like I'm able to see every single person that I want to follow I can see them and be able to support them and be able to put life into them. But on Instagram, it's kind of like, and you got a lot of monitoring spirits on Instagram.
Yeah.
People just looking at your stuff and not even wanting to, you know?
I actually think the Instagram algorithm works pretty well. And I actually think it gives you the things that you gravitate towards the most. To be honest.
I'll also add, I think it's important to consider like that social media is just a tool.
Yeah.
No,
It
that's
At the
is.
end of the day,
Yeah.
and what do we get from tools? We have to learn how to use them, and you can use a hammer so many different ways. You know, you can use a drill so many different ways. It just depends on what you are trying to fix, what problem you're trying to solve for. And I think certain problems that you're trying to solve for, it might be internal, it might be external, it might be a message that you want to get across. Depending on how well you understand these tools will speak to how you use them ultimately. Some tools like Instagram is better to solve certain problems.
Right.
And some tools like TikTok is better at solving certain problems. Like
Right.
if you're looking for a viral moment, you go lean towards this one. If you're looking for something like you wanted to grow connections and community, and you do have to have like a niche and you do have to have a voice, I would definitely recommend it's TikTok. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Instagram.
Yes. So it's like it really depends on what your goal is. But if you're also trying to connect with your friends and see your friends' stuff, that's TikTok. Because I see his stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I like seeing his stuff because like that's my boy, and I see how frequently he's creating, and I'm proud of him, and I want to see that for all my friends, like all my genuine friends. And somehow TikTok
think
knows who
They-
you're fucking with
they-
for real.
they
I just
definitely
wish
do.
they would like transfer that over, like us being able to see our friends again, like in chronological. You know how like when they first had
How it used to
Instagram?
be.
Yeah, your friends
Yeah.
first,
Chronological
order.
and then everybody else fizzles out towards the
Yeah.
end. But now it's random.
Now it's like randomized. I can't see. Like I gotta make sure I go to people's pages
fix your algorithm, bro.
reach.
That's fair.
No, I do too. No. But I see Chim's stuff. I see your stuff. I see Lane stuff. But if I don't get like, if I don't see it, like, it's not. I can't support. You feel me? Like,
True.
I think ours probably like not even interesting. You feel me? You know, sometimes it can be appealing. You know, but I think at most points I don't be seeing none of my friends stuff.
Absolutely. And then they come with the, oh, you don't support me. It's just because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
When we met, he said he was following me. I was like, it's probably because I haven't seen your stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing personal. And I've met a lot of people. I've been in rooms and they're like, oh, I seen you. I was like, I'm sorry. So, you know, it's never anything personal. It's just Instagram be trying to tear us apart.
And that's the power of like face-to-face connection too.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I think it's so much better to just do just meet in person. Like, link up with me. Let's meet up, do a coffee chat, whatever you know it is. Of course, we don't always have the time. But I think Instagram definitely, you know, has contributed to us building a community at the same time.
Definitely.
I will say though, on the TV to back in TikTok, Instagram wouldn't have pushed content creators the way they have if it wasn't for TikTok.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right,
definitely.
you're right.
So that's another
I
big
absolutely
thing.
agree.
I don't be on TikTok. I'm not heavy on TikTok whatsoever,
Yeah.
but I have seen like the accessibility and the access is given to so many people.
Yeah.
You know, who never did anything with content or even thought they could do anything with content. So, you know, Instagram wouldn't have done what they are now doing
Which
if
are
it wasn't for the
reels.
fire that TikTok put on their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Reels wouldn't have came out if TikTok wasn't there, because they wasn't thinking about
YouTube
no.
doing it too.
Yeah, everybody's doing
they
it.
wasn't thinking about no Reels.
They always say
Shorts is what they call it.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get lost on
Shorts.
YouTube.
No, I mean, no, it's
Okay, that's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they always say though, like TikTok is the fastest platform to grow on,
Right.
and then you have Instagram, and then YouTube is obviously the longest because that's really like a lot of long,
Long form stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So the next debate: niching down is killing your reach and creativity. I've always been told not to have like a specific niche. Like if I'm being honest, they say don't niche down.
I think it depends on what your profession is and what you.
What's your niche is?
Yeah.
What if you're multifaceted?
So to that point, because that's what I was going to talk about, because I'm interested in a lot of things, and I have my hands in a lot of different things, styling, production, direction, and I think niching down. I don't even like that like phrasing, because it's like you're kind of like
In a box.
not
Diluting
necessarily-
yourself
but
a
yeah,
lot?
you're kind of diluting yourself and,
Yeah.
and making yourself smaller, and where in fact you should be exploring all parts of yourself. But I think it's better to niche within the interest that you have,
Right.
versus just niching to cut off one or the other interest. I think if you're being multifaceted, or you are multifaceted, like explore your niches in those different facets, and then you'll
Explain
start
that.
to create your lane.
Explain that a little bit further for me.
So, for example, it's like, okay, say you're into styling, you're into photography, and you're into events, right? Now, say you're into all three of those things. Now, there's a like what type of events are you interested in, right?
What type of events? Like
That's what I'm saying. But
jazz
like
events,
that's
stuff like
that's how you niche it down, or niche it a little bit. So are you looking at like more wellness events, right? Are you interested in wellness, or when it comes to styling, are you interested in like editorial, right? Do you talk about editorial stuff? Do you talk about like wellness events a lot? And when it comes to photography, are you doing landscape? Are you doing editorial as well? And it's like, once you niche in those facets,
right.
you start to understand how they work together.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And then your niche is your taste within all of those. And it informs your perspective, and you can speak to it better because you're exploring all of these.
Right.
Maybe not equally, but a master of, what did they say? It was like, they said a master of one is better than a master of none. But it's still better to be to be a master of all things,
Right.
because you have more perspective.
More ideas.
I think you have like your base. So for instance, I'm an art director. It's extensions to that, right? So like you got your styling, you got like modeling, you got videography.
Yeah.
So in those things, right? In that bracket, I can do videography. I can put all those together,
Right.
but they're all in one bubble.
Right.
You know, and they're all interconnected
Yes.
with each other, if you get what I'm trying to say.
I do.
And so I think that's a way that you can be able to still be in your niche, but extend your niche. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, extend it to different avenues underneath the rainbow.
Right.
You know?
Your
And
niche is you.
It's your created niche. It's not,
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
your
it's not
niche
as
is
simple
who
as
you
like
are.
lifestyle
Right.
and like fashion. It's just
Right,
whatever
right.
my niche is.
Exactly.
Instead of what people want such a specific thing, and it has to be this one thing,
Yeah.
and then it also feels a little bit limiting,
Yeah.
right? I hate feeling limited. Like I like to just kind of like do whatever I want.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it really just comes down to like how much you feel like your niche resonates with you,
Right.
and how much you actually want to put into that.
These were good debates. Okay, good job. All right, I'm gonna ask y'all some questions because behind every career is relationships
Yeah.
and the people that support you, right? So I want to shift gears. So, first one. Can a relationship survive if both people are chasing big dreams?
Are you talking about romantic relationships?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's why I was like,
That's a
I
good
get
question.
you, bro.
That was a good
Damn.
That is your question.
So,
Yeah, let's
you
start with
know-
Chims.
let's start with you.
Oh,
Robbie.
cheers. Why cheers?
Don't, please.
Let's
You gotta be very intentional. I can't imagine with the dreams I'm chasing, dealing with someone else who's also chasing similar dreams, if not like, you know, within that same ballpark. It would be tough, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like throughout each journey, especially if we're chasing it, we'd have to be very intentional. But I'm not gonna lie, like it would take a lot of intentionality, a lot of just like what do we actually want in the end of it?
Yeah.
But it definitely would not, at least for me personally, it would not be an easy, smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Definitely a lot of
adventure.
sacrifices too.
Yeah.
For sure. I think in that, if y'all doing this, y'all both chasing y'all dreams, y'all gotta sacrifice time for each other.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, if y'all dating, I don't know if y'all staying together, if we're staying together, but I think
That's the goal.
you feel me.
That is the goal. Yeah.
But yeah, like if we're staying
Y'all staying
together,
together.
like if we're staying together and stuff like that,
Like damn, like I don't
it's
think
a
I want to be. I
toss-up.
don't know if we're gonna be together. I don't really know.
Word.
Like that's
I
crazy.
just-
That's real though. I mean,
you know, because at the
saying.
same time, like if y'all not staying together, you feel me, like I mean, shit.
Are y'all all single?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, why?
That's a different. That's a different
Let's
question.
stay on top. Stay on top.
We didn't get to land. Skipping questions. Nah.
I
Do you want
think
us to
it's-
answer that? All right. Got 5 minutes.
That's like 10 more minutes.
This is good, Llama. This is good. This is good. Okay.
I'll steal the pot right quick.
I'll say quickly, I do think it's possible. I think, like both these fellas said, there's trade-offs that have to happen, and there's a lot of being on the same page, which takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
especially with somebody new. So, definitely possible. It just takes a lot of intentionality, effort, and sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
Look for me. It's fine.
That's it. Okay.
I'm staying single because, as we said, I got shit to do, bro.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like you could still have shit to do and still
And still
be with somebody.
no, but the
It's-
thing is,
it's-
the
that's
thing
difficult.
is, I've never been the type.
Boy.
I've never been the type. And maybe it's because I'm just not at the point in my life where like I feel like I can juggle these things. I see people do it really well. It exists. I know it's possible.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's a real life thing. Like,
Yo, no, that's what I'm saying.
People actually do it.
People actually do it.
It's not
And
this is
having
possible.
conversations with these people, like they're stressed, bro. But they're also happy.
They're stressed because we're humans, but not
100%.
and yes, life is gonna. You're not gonna
No,
stay safe
of
single
course.
forever.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like at the end of the day, girls gonna stress you out, but at the end of the day, they're still gonna love you too.
You know, I just it's not now.
So we're gonna do something quick. All right, we're gonna point at each other, and that's
I know
it.
this.
Okay. Biggest ego. Okay, biggest flirt. Perfectionist.
Me.
Biggest overthinker. Biggest green flag.
Biggest screen by me, really.
Yeah, it gotta be.
There was no context for that.
Oh my god.
Biggest red flag.
I'm sorry, brother.
I wouldn't have answered it, but
Sheesh.
No, that's not. It's not like a bad. Like
I mean,
He's a
out of the four
great
of us,
guy.
but you
Great
What's the
guy.
context?
We should have did a pact on
What is-
that.
yeah,
like,
what is
we
the
shoulda-
context?
Okay.
Hold on.
Most likely
We
to get
should've
married
been warned
first.
about
No, actually, yeah, it's you.
Aw.
For sure.
Longest.
He's a lover boy.
I love that. Okay, hardest to work with.
Good question.
I think everybody's easy to work
Yeah,
with.
everybody's
plead the
very easy to work with.
Because they're all pretty easy to work with.
Yeah.
All right, and then last thing, I want to do a little blueprint question. Basically, a little bit of advice. So imagine someone is 22 years old, just moved to New York, wants to break into the creative industry. So let's do step 1 for one person, and step 2, step 3, step 4.
Okay.
Okay, so whoever wants to go first can go first.
First up, I'll say definitely explore for sure. Definitely explore within that first round. Like just get your bearings, but like if there's something that draws curiosity for you, explore that.
Step 2,
That's a great step.
that is a great step.
Step 2, I would say fail quickly. Fail quickly, that way you learn faster and you improve quicker as well.
Step 3,
understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight, and to be consistent. Be consistent with yourself. Be consistent with everything that you want to do. That's basically it.
Step 4.
That was gonna be my step. Shit. That's why I want to go last. But
Oh, my bad.
no, you're good. You're good.
Add on to it.
I think the last step is kind of just maybe a culmination of all of these steps, which is stay open, stay consistent. It's not gonna happen overnight, so don't let people deter you. If you have an idea, if you have a concept, if you have a vision, see that through no matter what, and show up for that vision every day, because your future self is counting on you.
And don't take no for an answer either. And no's can turn into a yes.
Absolutely.
Maybe just asking the wrong people.
Yeah, that too.
Clock it. Alrighty now. Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
It was
no
an
problem.
amazing
Thank you for having
conversation.
us.
Of
For
course.
sure, for sure.
Of course. You guys are very insightful, very informative. So thank you guys. Do you guys want to just list down your Instagrams, anything like that? You can say it to the camera.
Yo, it's your boy Meesh. You can holler at me at Carmi.
What's this, a radio?
This is 91.345.
We getting to the slow jam.
Alright, so I'm Carmise Bentley. You can all social medias at Carmise Bentley, Instagram, TikTok.
We're gonna add it in the caption.
Yeah.
Let me
Just one thing,
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
All right. Sachi, your Instagram.
Oh, it's Chetachi Okon. It's CHETACHIOKON.
That boy.
And I'll spell it out in the
Yeah,
as well.
you'll see it here.
Yes, yes.
Learn in Vain and Vain Studios official. Either one works.
The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah.
And this is Chim, C. Dot Hims. What is he at the end of it?
See, I can see why you said that.
There you go. That's good stuff. That's clever.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
I never heard you say it out loud, but I did.
I've never heard him say that either.
That's the line.
I got it all wrong this whole time.
That's the line you leave on all of them, right?
No
That's why you
facts.
the red flag. All right.
You don't have to sing that part out, by the way. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
That was funny. All right, y'all. My name is Brooke Christina, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye-bye.
For the
Clock it.
creatives.
For the creators! Bow!